Yeah, what's going on YouTube? I've been getting a lot of comments lately from people that want to see my loadouts and settings, and they want to get a tutorial video on how to improve at sniping. So this is that video. If you're one of those people asking, I got you. Let's get started with settings. So this is my HUD. I play 6 fingers on an iPad Pro 2024. I aim with my point finger. And most of my stuff is on the left. I basically just swap weapons and reload and drop shot on the right side. The right side is basically just for aiming. Next up are the basic settings. Obviously, aim assist, fast throw, quick run, all this kind of stuff. And very important that you turn off ADS button for rotation, or else that will mess up your aim pretty badly. I do have left-handed tactical enabled. It's pretty good for throwing flashbangs and tomahawks from hipfire. Basically, it's pretty fast. I like it. And you can still equip your tomahawk and throw it manually if you just swap from your secondary knife to the tomahawk. That way it won't auto-throw it. I don't have motion blur on. I don't even know how it works, but I basically just have my motion blur in my videos from After Effects. It's an effect I put on, not setting in the game. But I don't have ADS FOV curve. I used to use it, but it's not that good. A friend of mine told me that I should turn it off. I tried it and it was way better. So if you're using ADS FOV curve, I recommend you turn that shit off, gang. Hitting optimization of crosshair and dynamically hide crosshair. I have all that bullshit turned off. I don't like it. Looks fucking stupid. Sync ADS FOV2 scope zoom. I have it on almost everything except for sniper scope and 8x scope because I just don't like it zoomed out. I can't see the enemy. Even though I have a big ass iPad, I can't see nothing. So this next part is very important, that you have all of these weapon for performances to the 0. Like, you don't want any extra shake or anything like that on your screen. In general, I go for a minimal look on all of my gameplay, so damage numbers are obviously off because there's no point in seeing how much I hit markered the enemy for. I'm not a BR main. If you're not a BR main, if you're a sniper, there's no point in having that on. You're just not going to see your screen. Always sprint. I don't have it constantly maxed out because you do need to walk in S&D quite a lot. I suggest you put it to like 80, 70, this kind of range. Gyroscope, I'm not a phone player, have that off. Camera FOV, some pros have it a bit lower so that the target is bigger on their screen. But that's mainly like old gen devices and phone players. I have my teammates like the default settings. I didn't change anything, and I have the objectives all a bit smaller. I got it 72 because I don't like big ass shit on my screen. Basically, minimap settings, you can just copy those. It's a pretty good minimap. It's in the middle of your screen. You can see everything. Nothing's too big. Next up is the graphics. I play on medium quality. I don't like how low it looks, and everything else doesn't allow me to play on ultra FPS. And as you can see, I have 120 frames per second. If you have this option, definitely use that over graphics. Multiplayer, I don't use realistic scope. I hate that shit. Honestly, if you use realistic scope, I don't know what you're doing. Turn that bit off, bruh. Now, this is what y'all came for. This is the sensitivity. Boom. I have speed excel. I have speed excel of exactly 70 points. And I have it linked to resolution. Most pros, most iPad players play 70 because it's way more consistent, and you get these nice 1-frame flicks. You can do perfect spray transfers. You don't gotta do no 360s. Here's my camera sense. It's 110 overall, and then 130 on ADSs. I don't use any other scopes except for sniper, which is 99. And what's very important is that your vertical turning sense is at the same as your sniper if you're a sniper main. If you're a gun main, I suggest you have the vertical turning sense at like 130. That would be for me 130 if I was a gun main. But I am not, so I have this at 99. Now, the firing sense is exactly the same, except for the vertical turning sense is 20 points higher. So if you're gonna copy my sense, just copy 154. If you're gonna adjust your own sense, I suggest you increase whatever you have on your gun sense and you put it to 20 points, because that just gives you no recoil on your weapons. Obviously, gyroscope is completely off. I don't know why that shit was on, but it's off. Okay, trust. Audio, I have everything maxed out except for UI, and I have the team voice volume off because I get annoyed by the constant announcer. But honestly, it just goes back to the zombies, where Richtofen would say,
"A broken clock is right twice a day, yes?"
every time the game would start. So that shit pissed me off so much, I just turned that off entirely and never turned it back on. Effects, I use the default. I don't like on any of this goofy stuff. Looks unrealistic. Very important, down here, camera shake settings. Turn off the explosion shake. Like if you see that your screen shakes because nade exploded near you or you got hit by one, your aim is gonna be bad basically because of it. So turn that off. Right, so let's go over to my loadouts. My trial loadout is a shotgun loadout. I haven't used it in a while, but here you go. These are all the perks. I use a smoke grenade or a stim shot. I change that up sometimes. Spear, obviously. Score streaks. This is the build. Take a screenshot. Speed up kill is variable depending on what you're playing. You can change it for ammo or whatever. First class is my competitive class. I use this for scrims, so this is super slow, super campy. I got a deagle with silencers and faster fire rate, more range. Take a screenshot of that as well. I have toughness on all of my sniper class except for some, but I will get to that. And this is the DLQ class for scrims. It's with a silencer. I don't have a laser on so that the enemy can't see it, so I can hard scope better like a little camper. Next is the Locus class. You've seen it in a lot of my videos probably. This is the build. 10 rounds. You could change it for laser or for a silencer. I don't care. I just prefer having unlimited ammo because I don't miss as much, and therefore I don't have to reload as much. Now this class is a bit different. I have the fastest DLQ build. This is the fastest DLQ build with a silencer, no extended ammo. This is kind of just like I have to hit my shots, unfortunately. Can't be missing everything. With the shorty, heavily inspired by NZ and Supreme and alike. Here's where I use amped. Although, if you use stim shots like I do in this class, you gotta switch it out sometimes and put on gunho because you can't go really fast with stims otherwise. And obviously contact nade. Next is my 1v1 sniper class. Here's fast switch, max ADS speed, and amp. This is an experimental class. I'm still working on it. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do with it. It's either a Arctic or XPR project, but I don't really know yet. Just ignore this class, don't copy it, don't do anything with it. But if you want to take a look here, this is the best XPR class. Alright. Obviously, Locus Electron. I did put on the laser just to make it like as fast as possible, like ridiculously quick. I don't use this class as much anymore. Tundra class, probably this is like the most basic shit fucking class you can find. I mean, it's literally what everyone's using right now. The last three classes are guns. BP50. You know, meta bullshit with cluster strike and swarm and quick fix. Just like basically broken stuff. This is the basic class right now for the BP50. I do have the Elcar. I switched to the Deagle recently. I like it a lot more. But in case I run out of bullets and my aim isn't very good, I'd rather have something that I can spray. And it's either this or the machine pistol. But I don't really like the machine pistol. It looks kind of goofy, so I'm just using that shit. Next up is the competitive AR class. I use this for scrims, obviously the score streaks and perks, as you can see. I don't recommend you copy any of this because this is not good for ranked. But this class holds up very well everywhere, anywhere really. This used to be a scrim class, but I changed it a little bit since I haven't played anything for a while. But the perks and the operators are all fitting. Just the score streaks are a bit different, and this is the build. Pretty regular, nothing too crazy. And now we get to the last part of the video, which is actual improvement. So what you want to do is you want to play the game. Yeah, that's it. No. Right. So all you do is you go into practice range. You put on unlimited ammo data panel, and you add the bots. You just add all the bots, and you simply walk around and you shoot them. So like this. Right now I'm holding my iPad a bit weird, so I'm uncomfortable and I'm gonna miss every shot probably, but yeah, that's basically all you do. You can change the range, obviously you can go further back and do that, but the whole thing is that you quickscope everything, and that way you don't have to worry about missing quickscopes in game. The next thing you do is you go into hardpoint shipment and you play that. Once you're done with hardpoint shipment, you can tell if you're already like hitting all your bullets like you normally hit, or if you're still missing too much, in which case you can run as many hardpoint shipment games as you need until you feel comfortable. If like you played already the 3 and you're not feeling any better, then just hop straight into ranked. It's gonna get better, don't worry. Obviously, as a sniper main, I'm gonna be playing S&D only, but what I've noticed is you probably shouldn't neglect guns entirely. When you get a certain amount of aim, it applies to anything. So if you have good gun aim, you're also gonna have good sniper aim, if that makes sense. So, in other words, you also play guns. Even if it is just hardpoint shipment, or if it's 1 or 2 games, you should still play a game. Just because it gets you like a better feel of the game. Like you understand where enemies are gonna be and stuff like that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna aim at the targets and you're gonna flick from one to another. My aim is horrendous right now. Just ignore that. But basically, this is all you do. You just stand close to the bots, you aim in, and you go. That's it. Now once you're done with that, you hop into hardpoint shipment, play that. And now you have a certain amount of aim, which you can apply for SMGs, ARs, snipers, shotguns, whatever you want to. You have crosshair placement and you have actual flicks and tracking, right? These are all the main components of aim. So once you have all of that down and practice, it's going to apply to whatever gun you pick up. However, if you're trying to improve in the beginning, I recommend you use one specific weapon. So if I'm trying to get back from a break, I'm going to pick, for example, the Tundra, and I'm going to just play Tundra for about a week until I never miss a shot and I've hit 50 clips. Something like that, you know. If you like the Locus more, obviously pick the Locus. I'm not telling you to pick the Tundra. But basically all you do is you just spam ranked. And you push. You push open often spots. So what you do is you figure out where do enemies go a lot, and you slide peek around that every single time. You push into common spots, you watch videos where people hit clips, and that's where you go to try to hit clips. And then you hit the clip. If your aim is right, if you did the practice correctly, and you played hardpoint shipment, you shouldn't really miss that much. So after a while, obviously you're gonna stop dying as much, and you're gonna start getting kills, and that's how you get better at the game. Basically, that's how I do it. I don't know if I'm good at the game, but shit, if people are asking me for tips, maybe I'm not that bad. Alright, I think that's it. If you got any more questions left, do let me know. But settings and stuff like that, just I recommend you obviously make your own or adjust whatever you have to what you saw here instead of just like copy pasting it, because that's never a good idea. I don't need to tell you that though. That if you copy someone's settings, you're not going to be as good as them. It comes down to preference and stuff like that, obviously.